Hey guys, in this video today we're going to be doing a very basic overview of how to DPS Rakkhat non-hard mode from pads 1 through 5. Now the first 3 pads are very important as a DPS because they'll determine whether your group will continue past the 5th pad or go into Lunar Phase later on, or even just end at pad 7. So everything DPS wise is really critical. So we're going to be going over do's and don'ts very briefly in this video as a DPS. Now, whether you're a melee or a ranged DPS, you want to get as much DPS as you can on the opening pad here, but obviously not at the cost of your life, because if he slams down on you while you're still on the middle pad, you're going to die, and you want to set your dots down here as a DPS. Now, the important thing here, a lot of people tend to make a mistake in, is that they'll transition with the tanks from pad 1 to pad 2. Do not do that. You lose a lot of DPS. Instead, as you can see in the video, just stay until Rakkhat himself has actually moved. A lot of progression groups I'm in often move with the tank, which is a no-no. And this can actually interfere potentially with the lunar pad buff given to the tank, and Rakkhat might just kill the tank. And of course, it's very important to handle mechanics as well. Threshing means you have to block that. The unstable void placement here from transitioning from pad 2 to pad 3, that corner is typically used the most. On pad 3, you'll get a series of unstable voids, and if you look at the off tank over here, it's a debatable spot for the off tank, but that's generally where you want to put your unstable voids. However, where you place your unstable voids, or rather in which corner you put them in, will depend on the location of your group. So right here, the group positioning is a little weird. It's kind of to the left on the edge of a pad. So at this point, as a DPS, you can put your unstable void into the corner right here, or the corner to the right adjacent to it. Doesn't really matter. And the way you face into the wall, or into the corner of the wall, will also determine the trajectory of your unstable void spheres. So just now you saw the other person use that right corner, and they faced it a little face plant into the wall, and you saw their void orb come out through behind and almost hit the group. And just now I did it a slightly different way, and it was a slightly different trajectory with the way this group was positioned, this pug group was positioned. It doesn't really matter which corner you put it in, but some groups have their own preferred corners, their own preferred group positioning, and that's usually for major slayer stacks and so on. And here, as we transition to pad 4, again, you don't want to make the mistake of moving too early before Rakkhat actually moves. A lot of people tend to forget about it after pad 3. But again, you want to maximize your DPS as much as possible. Stay with them and let the tanks and healers handle the rest. And from pad 4 to pad 5, there's a lot of spheres that tether to you. The tether itself won't actually hurt you, so as long as you don't touch the orb itself, like a dog on a chain, as long as you avoid the orb, you're good to go. And here I make a mistake a lot of people make during execute. I am straying way too close to the orb, but I know this and I adjust my position. And that's pretty much it. As you saw, the pad 1 to 3 really determined the outcome of the fight here. So that's generally how you guys want to DPS. And that is pretty much it. That was a very quick overview of the do's and don'ts of DPSing Rakkhat. And thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time.